On December 4, former Adore CEO Jin appeared on the YouTube political commentary channel Jang Ruman Yuido for a live, unedited interview. Over the course of the broadcast, she addressed her ongoing put option lawsuit against HYBE, denied allegation of tampering and breach of trust, criticized HYBE's handling of Jin's return, and defended her new company, OK Entertainment. In the next 12 minutes or so, we're going to go through each claim she made during an interview, followed by immediate fact check using court documents, police findings, Korean business reports, and write ups from Korean media. Jin claimed that Adore, and therefore she herself, generated more revenue for HYBE than any other label. Fact check. HYBE's published statements show that Big Hit Music, home to BTS and TXT and now Cortez, earned 552 billion Korean won, or 452 million US dollars. And this was during the hiatus of BTS as they serve in the military. They were followed by Pledis Entertainment, home to 17. They earned 327 billion Korean won, or 252 million US dollars. Adore is third, with 110 billion Korean won, or 85 million US dollars. But that's not all. Even when comparing single artist performance, HYBE from Blift Lab actually generated more revenue than Jin'S in 2024. Blift had lower net revenue or net profit because they were expanding. They had more trainees and they also debuted Eyelet. Further, it has been revealed that in 2023, Adore had 11 billion Korean won in inventory, including 8 billion Korean won in unsold albums, reportedly about 1.6 million units. Obviously, those are albums of Jin'S, their only artist. So, writing this off as a loss would significantly reduce their 33 billion Korean won operating profit. They appear to have been inflating sales projections or over-ordering albums to boost revenue reports. Jin has also left a trail of misinformation in relation to Adore's revenue. On September 25, 2024, Seoul Shinmun, also known as Seoul newspaper reporter Jang Young-woo, accused HYBE of attempting to downplay Jin's success in Japan by requesting revisions to his July 17, 2024 article about the group's Tokyo Dome fan meeting, or Bunny's Camp. Jang's article claimed Jin's Japanese debut album Supernatural, released June of 2024, sold over 1.02 million copies in Japan alone. HYBE said it's only 100,000 or less, and 1.02 million was global sales. Jin never confirmed the sales figure, despite being the then CEO. That amplified the narrative that HYBE was trying to downplay Jin's achievements. Further, Hani, a member of Jin's, repeated this narrative in the National Assembly when she went there to talk about the alleged mistreatment they experienced in HYBE. Min prepared Hani for this. They were photographed the day before, and Min also admitted to have met Hani. Min's creative role is significant, but the claim that she was HYBE's top revenue driver is factually unsubstantiated. Next is related to the put option lawsuit. Min said that she informed HYBE in November 2024 of her intention to exercise the put option and believes that she is owed roughly 26 billion Korean won, or 20 million US dollars, based on Adore's 2022 to 2023 operating performance. She added that the put option replaced stock options she says were initially promised to her. She framed the dispute as an attempt by HYBE to avoid paying her what she rightfully earned, arguing she never violated the shareholders' agreement and that the breach of trust accusation is a narrative designed to weaken her claims. Fact check. The validity of the put option is being heard by the court. HYBE owing her 20 million is her claim. HYBE is on the opposite side, obviously. HYBE argues that the agreement was terminated in July 2024 after discovering internal documents such as Project 1945, indicating attempts to secure Adore's management rights. Further, during a November 28, 2025 hearing in the Seoul Central District Court, this is the fifth hearing on the shareholders' agreement termination. HYBE's legal team from Kim and Chang presented evidence that Min Hee-jin emailed the confidential shareholders' agreement to a third party, identified as Mr. So, likely So Jong-tae, a former colleague or advisor. This individual reportedly introduced another person to Min. That was Yi Sang-woo, who later joined Adore as the vice president. And the agreement was also shared with him prior to his employment. Min did not deny showing the agreement to outsiders, but stated that she was unaware this action breached the contract. She did claim she informed then CEO of HYBE, Park Ji-woo. However, Min Hee-jin's claim that she did not know it was breach will almost certainly not absolve her of legal responsibility under South Korean law or shareholders agreement. According to the South Korean Civil Act, Article 660, a party who signs a contract is presumed to know and accept all of its terms, even if they did not actually read or understand them. The claim that she informed former HYBE CEO Park Ji-won about the potential disclosure will not automatically make her safe from the liability for breaching the shareholders' agreement. While her testimony introduces an element of precautionary notice, it falls short of fulfilling the contract's strict requirements for authorization. Under South Korean law, informal notification like this do not equate to formal consent, especially in a sophisticated and commercial agreement like this one. According to the South Korean Civil Act and Contract Law, Article 660, contractual consent must be explicit and in writing for modification or waivers. The shareholders' agreement requires prior written consent from HYBE for any disclosure to third parties. Min's claimed proactive information to Park Ji-woo is not documented as approval. It's at best a heads up, not a waiver. This dispute now hinges on whether the shareholders' agreement was valid at the time of put option notice, something only the court can decide. Next claim, she didn't earn money from HYBE. In the interview, Min implied that she was not adequately compensated and suggested that she did not materially benefit from HYBE despite her contribution. Fact check. HYBE's regulatory filings show she earned approximately 2.7 billion Korean won or 2.1 million US dollars in 2024, making her the second highest paid figure in the entire Korean entertainment sector and the highest earning CEO in HYBE. This is despite other CEOs of other labels under HYBE earning higher gross profit than her. Her compensation exceeded or matched that of multiple founders and CEO at the country's top agencies. Next is related to tampering and audit controversy. Min denied allegations of tampering or plotting a management takeover. She said that KakaoTalk messages and emails used by HYBE came from old conversations in 2019 or 2020 unrelated to Adore and were obtained and leaked illegally. Fact check. Police ruled HYBE's access to her corporate email was legal and within employer authority. The most critical documents used in the new Jin'S contract lawsuits, such as Project 1945, HYBE's Seven Deadly Sins, and investor communications date from 2022 to 2024, not 2019. The court accepted these materials as relevant and credible evidence relating to Min's role as CEO. While some early chats may have been personal and unrelated, her version omits the later documents that formed the basis of HYBE's termination decisions. In fact, it was her who initially submitted redacted chat messages. Between April and May of 2024, Min submitted early chat records as part of her defense against HYBE takeover plot claims. Some describe as redacted or contextually cropped to highlight HYBE's alleged breaches. HYBE eventually leaked and reconstructed chats to media. One example would be via YouTuber Jin'S on June 5, 2025, claiming original showman's media manipulation plans, like tarnishing I'll It and HYBE's reputation. Min then accused HYBE of illegal leaks or alterations. She filed a lawsuit. HYBE calls Min's versions manipulated. Police cleared HYBE of illegal acquisition in July 2025. August 22, 2025, in the lawsuit filed by Source Music against Min Hee-jin, Min objected to HYBE and Source Music chats as unlawfully obtained, citing Communication Secrets Protection Act. She requested non-disclosure or redaction of sensitive parts. Source Music submitted a full 20-minute PowerPoint with unredacted chats. And that included Min instructing her staff on Lesser FM and I'll It issues. They claimed that Min's prior submission omitted context showing her defamation and obstruction. The court that heard the validity of NewJeans' exclusive contract with Adore, that is the Seoul Western District Court Civil 12, accepted the KakaoTalk messages as evidence, affirming the legality of the acquisition. Next, slave contract. Min stated that she did not read the contract she signed with HYBE and did not realize she signed a slave contract. Fact check. The slave contract she is referring to is the non-compete that C-level executives in almost every company sign. HYBE's non-compete is 5 years. On the contrary, she got super special treatment from HYBE. HYBE created Adore for her. They funded and supported Adore in November of 2021, a label specifically for men. She was also allowed to take trainees from Source Music to Adore. HYBE invested 15.4 billion Korean won on Adore. Min was then made the head of Adore both on the creative and business side, which is the only agency under HYBE to have that kind of a setup. All other agencies would usually have two separate departments, one for the creatives and one for business. Min Hee-jin was given full creative and managerial authority over the label. They also restructured Adore's board in her favor. On April 25, 2023, HYBE replaced the original board composed of HYBE executives with members close to Min Hee-jin, effectively giving her control of Adore's internal leadership. HYBE also allowed Min Hee-jin to purchase 18% of Adore shares via a call option, making her the second largest shareholder of the company next to HYBE. Also, they gave 2% to her team. Bang Shi-hyuk also lent her money from his personal funds. Political coercion and workplace culture. Min rejected accusation that she pressured employees politically or engaged in workplace bullying. She said all relevant messages predated Adore and that police already cleared her of wrongdoing. The breach of trust allegation was initially closed, but has since been reopened by prosecutors for reinvestigation. The political coercion messages were not prosecuted, but that does not mean they were disproven. Korean law requires high thresholds for criminal liability. A separate civil case resulted in workplace-related fine. The amount is not publicly disclosed. indicating some aspects of the complaints were upheld. It is therefore inaccurate to say authorities found no wrongdoing. The outcome is far more mixed. Media bias and public opinion. Min argued that headlines misrepresented her statements, that HYBE influences the press, and that public sentiment is skewed by aggressive reporting. Fact check. There is no evidence of coordinated media control by HYBE. While no formal study has been done to officially measure who got a quote unquote better media coverage, both Min and HYBE got favorable and unfavorable coverage. However, the court that heard the validity of Nugent's exclusive contract with Adore, Seoul Western District Court Civil 12, determined that Min started the PR war in April. Around 1,700 stories were released, and the court stated that it was one of the reasons HYBE's decision to audit Adore is justified. Even during the fifth court hearing of Min's put option against HYBE, Min was publishing press releases in real time. Min confirmed that it was being distributed by one of her employees after denying that she had any employee at all. Court reporters and legal correspondents have consistently published direct quotes and factual summaries from hearings. Min's frustration is understandable, but the assertion of systematic PR manipulation remains unverified. Next, New Jeans and their parents. Min said HYBE created a two versus three narrative within New Jeans, portrayed her and the members as traitors, and should apologize after the court upheld Adore's exclusive contracts. She refused to confirm whether she contacted the members or parents, saying any answer would be twisted. Fact check. The court ruling did not order or imply an apology from HYBE. It solely confirmed that the exclusive contracts remain valid. She also did not state why she thinks HYBE should apologize, considering the court upheld the validity of the exclusive contract and rejected all claims of New Jeans. The two versus three framing emerged partly from the three members who announced their return via a separate law firm without first consulting or getting the agreement or approval of HYBE, not exclusively from HYBE's actions. While HYBE has refused to confirm, Korean media stated that the first two members whose return to Adore was confirmed by Adore first, Hae-in and Herin, started negotiating with Adore immediately after the court decision. The remaining three members, Minji, Hani, and Daniel only met with Adore a day or two before the deadline of the appeal expired. Korean media further claimed that part of the demands of the three remaining members is the return of Min Hee-jin as CEO. Again, HYBE refuses to comment. Many believe that this meant Herin and Hae-in blindsided the other three members negotiating with HYBE without the other three first. The decision of the court states that the contract is valid, but did not state New Jeans members did not breach the contract. Her affection for the members comes through clearly, but the legal interpretation she provides does not align with the ruling. It's both funny, interesting. I think, I'm wishing that I'm actually in the courtroom, but even if I'm not there, I'm not fluent in Korean, so I probably won't understand like 95% of what they're talking about. So just at least we have people that are kind enough to translate many of the articles that are being written in Korean. But I think it's just interesting how this all played out, especially thinking back at where it all began. It was so promising. She could really have been, if things actually worked out, she could have been the CEO of HYBE. Eventually, I think if she was able to become consistent, if she just did things honestly, I think she could have been the CEO. She could have gotten what actually she wanted. It would just take her longer. But then the other thing is that we're also not sure. We're waiting for what the court is going to say. And there are many more lawsuits that she needs to face. So we're just here both for entertainment and also for us to learn. This is teaching us. I hope that you're learning so many things as much as I am, and also maybe for us, for ourselves. I hope that we can also learn from it, like how to be better in what we do. Just keep your head down, do your work, and be honest. I guess that's the biggest lesson. All right. Would love to hear your thoughts, though. Leave them in the comment section below. This is, I know that she still has a lot of fanatics. I've heard that she actually is the most popular member of of, of New Jeans. So I'm sure that there's a lot of people that will come in the comment section below. Just please keep things civil. We're here to discuss what is happening and get different points of view. At the end of the day, it's the court's decision. So let's wait for that. Okay, please consider donating to the channel. The QR code is on your screen right now. And we are porting all of the resources on our online magazine, AsianEntertainmentandCulture.com. We're actually going to do an audit and see if we can do a formal launch by next week or 2 weeks from now. So, yeah, any kind of suggestions, if you have constructive criticism, that will be welcome. And please visit the website. And that's it, actually. Please follow me on X, Instagram, but more importantly on Patreon. That's where the community is. If you are looking for people to talk with about movies, TV shows, go to concerts with, plan things out, or just have a good time, that's a place for you. We do have a free tier just in case you want to try things out first. And if you are a member of my Patreon or YouTube, I opened my membership several months ago. I do a live stream once a week and also exclusive content. Those don't go public. So please consider supporting me there as well. That's it. Please like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification button. But the most important thing is for you to share the video. That's really going to help us get recommended by the algorithm so that we can grow bigger and faster and we can do more things. That's it. Thank you so much. Till next time.